This is the Teacher's Guide about painted paper collage, one of the projects in the Arts Matter curriculum. Here's how to do it. This project is a collage of painted papers. The student creates him or herself, inspired by jazz music, and the addition of parts of pictures from magazines and newspapers. The subject is My Neighborhood. It is inspired by The Block, a collage and photo montage created by Romare Bearden, an African-American artist who created this work of art to represent his neighborhood. You can see how he included pictures that he took out of newspapers and magazines and glued them onto his collage. There are 5 steps to this project. I'm going to show you how to do each one. The first step is to make the painted papers. Give your students a few pieces of paper, different colors to work from, and then squeeze out some tempera paint directly onto the paper, and with a wide brush, cover the paper completely with the wet paint. While the paint is still very wet, turn on the jazz music and respond to the music with lines scratched into the paper with your bamboo skewer. The next step is to make a thumbnail sketch of your design for your collage. Remember that we're going to be creating our collages on a black piece of paper that's in a horizontal format, just like Romare Bearden's The Block. So take an 8.5 by 11 piece of paper and fold it in half lengthwise. And do your thumbnail sketch like this. I'm going to draw a sketch of the big shapes that I'm going to include in my neighborhood collage. So I'm going to have kind of squared houses with peaked roofs, and it's going to be a little bit of separation between the houses, little differentiation. Thinking I'm going to have maybe 4 houses. Maybe this one wants to be a little taller than the others. And in between are going to be trees. So that's my thumbnail sketch. I have a general idea of the layout. So here's the thumbnail sketch I just did for my collage. You can see that I've already started cutting papers out of the painted papers that we made earlier. I want to show you how to go about creating these architectural shapes. We've provided a number of pages of architectural shape templates for you to use, photocopy for your students, and cut them out in preparation for the class. So here's an example of one of the patterns. So it's a shape that I think I might be able to use in my collage. It sort of fits my design. So I place it on top of the painted paper, take a pencil, and create an outline, just like a dress pattern. And simply follow the lines and cut out that shape. So now it's time to find the photographs that you're going to add to your photo montage collage, just like Romare Bearden did. And so I've selected some photographs from magazines of people with bicycles, and here's a hiker, and there's some trees in this photograph that remind me of my neighborhood. And I'm going to use these photographs in my collage by cutting them out and then placing them where I think that would look, really appropriate and great. So I started building my collage by looking at my thumbnail sketch, started placing where I wanted the houses to go, and I've cut out 2 people on a tandem bicycle. I think that would look really great in front of the houses. That's just like my street. And then here's a little dog that I'm going to place in the doorway, maybe, of this house. And by adding those little touches, I will create the sense of my neighborhood. So this is my completed photo montage collage of my neighborhood. The buildings are created with the textured papers, and I've added photographs from magazines and newspapers to add details that belong in my neighborhood, and glued all the pieces down. And it's completed. So that's how we make a painted paper collage. Remember, arts matter.